everybody, and welcome to Storm Reads. And today I am going to be doing my March TBR. I'm getting this out a little late, though it is March 1st, so it's not like real late. But let me tell you, the last couple weeks of February and everything has just been so bad. I just haven't had a chance to do anything. I haven't had a chance to make any videos or nothing. I've just been stressed out. We've been without water for 2 weeks. We're still without water right now. My brother's been trying to fix everything, but whenever we fix one pipe, another pipe is messed up, and we've fixed washer pipes and pipes to the bathroom sink, and now we thought we had it, and then now it seems like there's another pipe underneath the house, but now it's all wet under there, so we have to let it air out, and so he won't be able to fix it or at least see about it until tomorrow after he gets off work. So I'm just really stressed out, and I want water, and I'm not made for rustic living, and it's getting to me. It's really getting to me. So if I look a little frazzled, that would be why. Yeah. Anyway, enough about that. I am participating in 2 different readathons, kind of loosely. I know that I probably have more books here to read than I'm probably even going to get to, but I do have a lot of books that I need to try to fit in for the books that I got for review, and I'm trying to keep up on some of that stuff. And then I have some that are just for fun, but I am going to participate in March Mystery Madness, and I will list all the hosts down below if I remember. And I'm also going to participate in Middle Grade March, and it's the same. There's a bunch of hosts, so I'll try to put them all below. And so with that, I'm going to start off with March Mystery Madness. There were several prompts that you could use, but you don't have to necessarily do the prompts as long as you're reading mystery books. And so I have 4 for the prompts. For 4 of the prompts, but then the other ones that I'm going to be read, they don't really fit the prompts, but they're books that I need to get to, and I just couldn't make them fit in with the prompts, so I'm just not going to worry about it. And so the first one I have was for single, and that was to find a single word title, which in mysteries is very, very hard, or at least what I have. And I actually saw another booktuber, I can't remember her name, but she talked about this one book called Sweet Pea by CJ Scoose or Scoose. I don't know how you say his last name or her last name. I don't even know if it's a girl or a guy. Anyway, I found the audio for it on Hoopla, and Sweet Pea is one word, and it sounds like it'll be pretty good. It's about a teenage serial killer type thing, so it's kind of like a thriller mystery, but we're gonna make it work. And then the next one I have is for person, and for that one I have Jane Austen Investigates by Julie Golden, and I got this one to review from Lion Hudson Publishing, and it's a historical middle grade mystery about 13-year-old Jane Austen, and she's going to be investigating some mysterious happenings. And then the next one I have is for time, and so that one I have 29 Seconds by Tm Logan, and this is actually a book that I had gotten last year, I believe it is, for review, and I never got to it, and it's from St. Martin's Press, so I really wanted to try to fit this one in. And this one is kind of about what happens if you have a chance to act out some revenge against somebody else, and you think that it sounds like it's going to be good, but of course it's going to be too good to be true. And when Sarah saves somebody's boy, that guy must have some kind of criminal connections, because he says just call him, gives her a burner phone, says call me, give me one name, and I'll take care of him. So, I mean, that sounds like, hey, that'll be good. Just do that, and you don't have to mess with them people. But I'm sure it's going to backfire, and so I'm kind of curious. And then the next one is for number, and that one is called Blessed One by Katherine Casey, and it's number 3 in the Detective Claire Jeffrey series. It's fast becoming a favorite series of mine. I've absolutely loved the first 2. It's based in a polygamy commune, and Claire Jeffries, she used to be there. She used to live there when she was younger, but she ran away and got out of there. And so now she's back because she had to solve something that involved her family. And now she's a detective there. And it's not going so well for her because she's considered an outcast. But this one has to do with a pregnant woman, a pregnant girl gone missing. And she's going to have to face down the guy she hoped to never, ever see again. And so I think it's going to be really good, and I can't wait to get to that one. Those are the 4 that I have for the prompts that they had, and then these other ones are just ones that I want to try to fit in March if I can. And one of them I am doing a buddy read or a read along with the Bookish Bryants of Scott and Becky. And there's some others. I don't know exactly who all is going to be reading this, but we're reading Death by Dumplings by Vivian Chen from starting today to the 5th. And it's about the Chinese noodle house. It's a cozy mystery. And it's about a guy who dies and he was allergic to shellfish. And it came from their takeout. And so she's going to have to figure out what happened there. Yeah, it sounds like it might be pretty good. And then I have Every Last Fear by Alex, by Alex Finley. And I got this from St. Martin's Press to review. And it's about a famous family that was made infamous by their true crime documentaries. And they are found dead, and the only surviving son has to figure out what happened. And it sounds like it would be pretty good. And I've heard good things about it, so I'm excited to get to that one. And then the last mystery I have on my TBR will be You'll Thank Me for This by Nina Sigel. And I got it from Mulholland Books to review. And it's based on the popular Dutch tradition about blindfolding and dropping teens and preteens into the middle of the forest. And this is going to be about what happens when it goes horribly wrong. I think that is a horrible tradition, and I'm kind of curious about it at the same time and see what happens. And so that's all the mystery ones I have. And then for the ones for middle grade March, they have several prompts for it too, and I only could fit 4 of the books that I wanted to read into the prompts that they have. So I'm just going to do 4 of their prompts. And the first one is to read a book with a silhouette. And I'm going to be reading the Jane Austen Investigates for that because it has a silhouette of like the Jane Austen character on the front. And then the next one is to read a book published in my decade that I was born. And so I was born in 75. So I've picked Miss Frisbee and the Rats of Nymph by Robert C. O'Brien. I watched the cartoon a long time ago whenever I was younger, but I've never read the book. And when I saw that it was a book published in the 70s, I thought, you know, that's cool. And I could get an audio of it from Overdrive, so I thought I'd give that a try. And then the next one is to read a book from with a strong family element. So for that, I've picked Across the Pond by Joy McCullough. And I got this one from Simon & Schuster. And it is about a girl who, she had a bad breakup with a friend, and she's getting a chance to go to, I think it's Scotland. And so she thinks this will be a good chance to create new friends and new things. And so she goes there, but she doesn't hit it off right off the bat with some of the people there, the kids. So she asked her parents if she could be homeschooled. And they said that she could be homeschooled, but she had to join some kind of social activity. So she starts a birding club. And so it sounds like it would be cute. It's a contemporary, so we'll see. And then the next one I have is also from Simon & Schuster, and it's to read a book featuring a journey or an adventure. And I have The Accidental Apprentice by Amanda Foody. And this is number 1 in the Wilder Lore series. And it says, a boy who accidentally bonds with a magical beast must set off on an adventure into a mysterious woods. So I'm kind of curious. That sounds like it'll be pretty good. And then I have a couple of buddy reads with another one of my friends, Barb. And we always buddy read one standalone book and then like a series. And our standalone is Your Turn to Suffer by Tim Wagner. It's a horror book that I got from Flame Tree Press. And it's about a lady who's being harassed by a sinister group called themselves the Cabal. And they said she's done some kind of unspeakable acts, but she doesn't have a clue what she's done. So she has to try to figure out why they're harassing her. And the series one that we're reading is Shelter Mountain by Robin Carr. We read Virgin River in February, and we really enjoyed it. And we also like the series that's on Netflix, even though they're like really different. But we really like Preacher off of the TV series. So when we saw that the second book was based on Preacher, we decided we'd go ahead and read the second book in this series. It's like a 20 plus book series, I think. And it's not going to be a series that we're just going to read, like binge read every month. But we did think that the second one sounded like it'll be good. And it's about Preacher who helps Paige and her young son, I think, escape from her ex-husband or whatever who's like abusive. And so I can't wait to get to that one. We're buddy reading a third one. And I'm really curious about what it is because she's bought me a book. And she bought her the same book. And she's sending it to me. She was going to do an ebook, but she said it was almost as cheap just to send the actual book. So she's sending me the print book. So she said she thought it would be here around the 10th. And so I have absolutely no idea what it is. She's ornery and she won't tell me what it is. And I'm trying to be really good and not look up new releases or anything to see what it is. I'm behaving myself. But I am curious. But you guys will find out at the end of the month whenever I do my wrap up, because I absolutely have no idea what it is, but I'm sure it'll be good. And the last book I'm going to talk about is a book that I'm currently reading, and it will line up really good with the middle grade March because it is a middle grade. And it's called The Bickery Twins and the Phoenix Tear by Abby Elphinstone. And I am about 60 something % into it. So I am wanting to get that one finished this month. And it's kind of like, I would say it's more like a companion novel to the first one than it is like actual series, though it is the next book in the series. But it's part of the Bickery Twins go to the unmapped kingdom. And in the first book it was about Casper Talk. But in this book, Casper Talk is in the beginning of it, but he's like 70-something years old. So, yeah, I would think it's more like a companion because he's not really in the story. It's about a totally different group of kids. It's about Fox and Fibber, who are these twins that are really, really horrible. And I'm not liking this one quite as much as the first one because I just don't really like them. I know that I'm pretty sure that they are supposed to learn more about being nice while they're trying to save Jungle Drop, but to get into that spot where they redeem themselves is really trying for me. Especially Fox. She is a horrible person. Fibber, he's actually been pretty nice through the whole thing, but Fox is about to drive me crazy. Though I have gotten to the part where she is finally seeing the error of her ways, I think. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But yeah. But I still like it. It's just not quite as much as I like the first one. So, yeah. That's pretty much everything that I have. And hopefully I can stick to this TBR. I'm horrible at TBRs. I will set them and then I will read everything but the books on my TBR. But since I am trying to do these 2 readathons, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I am going to be able to do all these. Hopefully this month goes better than the last month did. So far it's been kind of nice out. March can usually bite us in the butt with some cold spells sometimes here in Missouri, so I'm a little worried, but hopefully get our plumbing and everything done, and this month's just going to be good, and I will be able to read all of these books. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.